Thank you for tuning into this episode of Northwest Fishing Fanatics River Fishing with Gene. Today, we're gonna pull some plugs, Tacoma. We're gonna bobber dog, some beads. I'll show you how I set up my beads. And I'm gonna run 6 miles of the river all the way from Blue Creek all the way up to my place with no hands. I don't recommend it, but I'm gonna do it, so stick with me. This journey started in the 60s, and I have fished from Alaska to Florida, hunted the Arctic for caribou, and combed the coastlines of Kodiak and the Aleutian Islands in search of meaning and purpose. These excursions exemplify a deeper understanding of success beyond that of just catching fish or bagging big game. They are about the chase and learning who you are. They are about exploring, appreciating, and respecting the vast expanses of our nation's forests, lakes, streams, rivers, and oceans, and finding our place in the universe. My name is Gene Quinney. These are my stories, this is my life, and these are my adventures. I really do not like towing the boat in conditions like this. Much better. Okay. Let's see what the river's doing. Oh man, it is down. Looks like maybe 5,000 or 6,000 cubic feet per second, which is really low this time of the year. It was up to 11 or something like that a week ago. Water looks awesome. Well, you know, the crazy thing about it is the last video I made, my wife cooked dinner, and we had a landlocked coho salmon. Well, I did a landlocked coho salmon and one coastal cutthroat that I caught from Alder Lake, and the other one was caught from Rife Lake, the landlocked coho salmon. But after that, the very next day, that's when I woke up with my stomach problem, and for some reason, my brain was telling me I got sick from the fish. I didn't, because I knew other people close to me who got sick as well. But let me tell you, psychologically, it really did something to me, because I could not look or think about fish for almost a week. It literally made my stomach upset. But anyway, I'm back to normal now, as normal as I can be, and I'm going to get out here and we're going to try to do some fishing. Oh, it helps to take the straps off. Good grief. Good grief. Can't launch the boat with the straps on it. Well, at least they're good and clean now. I got all the road grime off of them. This reminds me of the time I was fishing the lower Cowlitz with a good buddy of mine by the name of Dick Ford. He's gone now. I talked about him in one of my videos before, but we were down, we launched under I-5, where the I-5 freeway goes over the Cowlitz River. And we were in his boat. He had a flat bottom, 16-foot aluminum weld, and we couldn't figure out why that thing wouldn't come off the trailer. Well, we had one of the straps still on it. I took care of one side of the boat. He took care of the other side of the boat. And on the driver's side, he forgot to take the strap off. So we messed with it, and believe it or not, you know, the current had the boat all cattywampus on the trailer. It was a nightmare. But we got it figured out, just like this time. Should work this time. Like these babies nice and warmed up. Okay, while they're warming up, let me show you what I got going on today. My typical bobber dogging rods, same ones I use for salmon when I'm bobber dogging, but I've got this setup right here. Short leader, like 3 feet, down to a, can you see that? Down to a 14mm bead. And if you look real close, there's the bead stopper in there, there's a sequin, and a bobber stopper on the bottom. And then a number 4 hook. This way, when you're hung up on the bottom, or you set the hook or whatever you're doing, you know, you don't have that bead that slips all the way down over the hook over top of that factory bobber stopper that comes with it. Right here. Smaller bead. It'll clean up a little bit. I actually stepped on it, so it's a little dirty now. But we got the bobber stopper from the factory, a sequin, and a bobber stopper, and just 2 fingers worth of space there at the hook. And then, depending on the location, I've got my regular float rod set up with a clear drift float right there. A couple of weights on there, split shot. And then a pink jig on the bottom of that one. But my plan is to just zip down around the corner and fish a couple of slots. I know I see fishing all the time this time of year, and then go down as far as I can go before I start needing to head back up. I'm 6 miles from Blue Creek, so we'll fish down as far as we can go. See if we can catch something. We have enough water where I don't really have to shoot out of my launch. I can just scoot out. And work my way down. All right. Let me start off with this bead here. And I have the bobber stopper set at about 5 feet. Should be perfect for this spot here. It's pretty shallow right on here on this side. The orange one, I'm sorry. It's the more orange one. The red one's right there. Did you see where I got stuck right there? And then you know, put a little pressure on it. A lot of times if you don't have that bobber stopper at the bottom below the sequin, that bead will be pushed down, slip down to the hook, and sometimes right over top of that factory bobber stopper that slips up inside these beads, these B&R beads. So that's just a way to improve the functionality of it. Now there's nobody here, everybody's watching football. Today's Super Bowl football, Super Bowl Sunday, today's Super Bowl Sunday. And I haven't watched football for about 8 years. Used to be a huge football fan, a huge Seahawks fan, but you know, it actually all started when I stopped drinking. You know, because you know, watching football, the Super Bowl was a big deal, especially on Sundays, you know, or Thursday nights. It was a reason to drink, and so I don't have a reason to drink alcohol anymore, and so I really don't have a reason to watch football. To me, it's just a waste of time, a waste of money, where you're just sitting there. I mean, you're enjoying yourself, you're having friends over, and you're socializing and all that good stuff, I get it. But really, I enjoy this way better. So I'm just gonna fish this slot here, and then I'm gonna motor down around to the next spot, working our way down in spots where I know I've seen fish before, or caught fish before. Close to the old rapids there. Better scoot my butt over. Okay, well, I just floated through this second spot. And move down to the next one. Gets pretty shallow right here. Spin the boat around. Okay. Still have my bobber stopper set at about 8 feet. On my top shot. And what I'm doing, I'm just, all these slots, I call them holes, but all these slots that I'm fishing, I'm just running through them one time. Just working my way downriver. If I remember correctly, I think the count at the barrier dam for Steelhead was only something like 20 or 30 or something like that for like 4 or 5 days of separator operation, which is terrible. But the fish the ones that come up here are not necessarily the bulk of the fish anyway. They don't come up this far. to the barrier. The majority of them stayed down at Blue Creek. So the numbers down there, I'm sure. Oh, I thought that was a fish. That felt like a fish. It even looked like a fish too. So all those times the bead or the thing gets hung up on something, it doesn't slip as long as you have it set up with that sequin. Works awesome. I feel like I have something on there. Let me see. I do. What is this? What is it? Oh, look at that. It's a white fish. Okay, come on. Pike minnow? Whitefish? Thought I had something on there. Okay, here we go. We gotta zip down around the corner. It's a really shallow rapid here too, so you gotta go kind of fast. If you ever come down here, you gotta watch out for this spot right there. The big old sandbar sticks in the middle of the river. You gotta stay over here. Matter of fact, we are just two turns away from Blue Creek, probably still 2 miles. So I'm just gonna jam on down and fish the pump house and in front of the launch. Let's just head on down there. Looks like there's a boat up here, a drift boat. I better take it easy past him. No sense in flying by him at 90 miles an hour. Kind of a chilly ride. All right, here we go. It's the first time I've steelhead fished in a while. I think I only steelhead fished one time last year, maybe twice. Whew. This time of the year, it's cold down here. I kind of prefer to fish when it's warm out, like the summertime, like the ocean. I think I have, yeah, I have that that orange one on there now. Come on, fish. Oh, just as I said that, that bobber went down. Oh. Oh, I'm stuck on something. That thing was really stuck bad. And look at this rig. Straightened out my hook, but that thing did not slide over the hook. And that is why I use that sequin and that bobber stopper. Now we just have to catch a fish with it. Well, we already caught one. Not a steelhead, but we did catch fish. I always feel really good right by that outflow right there. Right here, come on. It's like, should be a fish there like every single time. Something about that spot right here. That gull's gonna go after my float there. You don't want to mess with my float there, bird. Well, I had to stop and tie up a couple of rigs because I broke them off down there at the wall. And so let me show you how I tie these up. Really simple. So egg loop here on a small hook, 12-pound test mono. This stuff here is big game, trilene big game. And then I like these bobber stoppers right here. Simple to use. Just slip the line through there, grab the bead, pull it on. You can use that bead if you want. Okay, so now you have the bobber stopper on your line. Next thing up is the sequin. Any color will do. Come on, get in the hole, will you? So now your sequin's on there, like that. Next thing up is the bead stopper here. Through the wire. Grab the bead stopper, pull it on. Now you have the bead stopper on there. So you have a, stuck on myself, bobber stopper, sequin, bead stopper. Then we need the bead. These beads are easy to install. Slip the wire into the hole there, all the way through. Put the line through the wire, and then pull the bead on. And there you go. And all you have to do is pull the bead stopper into the bead, slide it down to the hook, like that. And there you have it right there. Oh, so right now I'm just enjoying the scenery, the peace and quiet. There's only one other boat with me now. 2 guide boats over there are taking out. Another guide boat coming up the river apparently. But I'm pulling plugs right now, actually pulling one plug. I only brought one plug rod with me, so I'm using one rod. Getting chilly too, and I forgot my gloves, and I have a 6-mile run up the river. What's that?
Any action?
No.
When's the next video going on?
Well, I've been sick for a couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to do anything. This is the first time out in almost 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you live at?
Tacoma. Well, no, I got a house here, but I live in Tacoma.
I like your YouTube video.
Oh, appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Fish would be nice. You guys doing any good? Nice. I didn't get your guys' names, but thanks for watching the videos. I appreciate it. If you're watching this one. Come on, fish.
1 eternity later.
I've got a 6-mile ride back up river. So let's go do it. Fun. If you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos where you'll join us on the ocean catching kings and silver salmon, lakes catching kokanee trout and landlocked coho. We'll also be working our riverfront homestead and harvesting venison. Stay tuned for more fishing and hunting and outdoor adventure videos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you get notifications of new uploads. Thank you for watching.